Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this press conference to mark the kickoff of the 7th Cohesion Forum today and tomorrow. We are delighted to have Commissioner Cretu with us, and we are honored to welcome Markkula, the President of the Committee of the Regions, and Islra MIHAYLOVA, the Chair of the Committee on Regional Development in the European Parliament. And without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Commissioner Cretu. Commissioner, please.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I would like to thank you for joining us for this press conference in the context of the 7th Cohesion Forum. And thank you, of course, to our guest, Mrs. Islra MIHAYLOVA, Chair of REGIO Committee in the European Parliament, and Mr. Markku, President of the Committee of the Regions. Of course, I would like to thank you to you, Johannes. He is our new spokesperson for regional policy in the European Commission. And don't hesitate to bother him whenever it's needed. So for those of you that you are not totally familiar with this concept, the Cohesion Forum is held every 3 years. Actually, I think it's one of the most important events during my mandate. It is the biggest, most important gathering on cohesion policy, as it brings together the highest representatives of Europe's cities, regions, civil society and European institutions. But this year I think this forum is much more important, particularly important, for a number of reasons. First of all, you know that we have a wide debate on the future of Europe launched by the European Commission in March with a white paper launched by the President Juncker. You know very well, secondly, that in this coming months, tough negotiation on the next financial period post-2020 will start, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to gather ideas for the next multi-annual financial framework. And you know very well that our main preoccupation is to face the unprecedented challenges on our continent, like globalization, security, migration, the threat of poverty, social exclusion. So in the next 2 days, cities, regions, NGOs, small and medium-sized enterprises, institutions and civil society will exchange views on what can be summed up in one simple question: how can cohesion policy address and help to solve these challenges? So we all know that there are many different views on not on the question but on the answers, and in the end of the day, I think it is an unanimity on at least one point, that cohesion policy is at the core of European future, as it enables member states, cities and regions to be better armed and prepared for changes brought by globalization, and also because cohesion policy brings European solidarity to each and every corner of European Union, making sure that everybody has access to the same opportunities, and making sure that we address the main problems that concern the Europeans, whether related to jobs, job creation, healthy, security or environment. In my view, cohesion policy is more needed than ever. It's a win-win situation for everybody. It helps raise standards of living across Europe. First of all, in those member states who benefit most from EU-funded projects by investing in public infrastructure, schools, hospital, vocational training. You know very well that there are many countries in which we helped to mitigate the results of the crisis through cohesion policy. We have countries where more than 60–70% of all public investments are done by the cohesion policy and by European funds. So cohesion policy is also very important for all Europe as a whole. Rising standards in other member states and regions means higher growth, stronger single market, more trade and better opportunities for all. Maybe one very last point. There is broad agreement at all levels that we have a communication problem about what this policy is doing. and we need to increase cohesion policy visibility. And that's why I am very grateful to the Maltese presidency that they put on the agenda this communication problem. According with our studies, 80% of the population, they are not aware when they go in a hospital that is done by European funds, when they go to a highway that is also done by European funds, or when they go to hospitals. So I think it's very important to raise awareness about the added value of cohesion policy. And also myself and my colleague Marianne Tyson, we put forward a number of ideas to make cohesion policy more visible across Europe. We have discussed in our council among all ministers, and also we had a very important report in the European Parliament, in the Committee of the Region, about the raising awareness, and here it's a common effort. It's also not only by us, Committee of the Region, European Parliament, and Commission, but also on the member states of the local level, and of course without you, the communicators, the facilitators, the journalists, we cannot raise this awareness. So I'm very happy if you could join us in this broad coalition for cohesion policy, which will be set up, a cohesion alliance bringing together all stakeholders, including journalists. So on this point, the next speaker, the President of the Committee of the Region, I think has more to say than me. I will stop here. I am very happy to answer your questions. I especially would like to thank you once again, Mrs. Mihaylova, Madam La President, and Mr. President of the Committee of the Region. Thank you very much.